What is happening after my trip to visit the refugee camps in Lebanon, Biqa, Beirut, Saida, and Arsalan? Not only it broke me physically and I returned sick, but spiritually too. I'm broken. I'm finding very hard time to resist my tears every time I remember. It's beyond imagination. It's unbelievable. It's really unacceptable. I don't know how we will stand before Allah the Almighty when we are the nation, the Muslim Ummah, which waste food and throw leftover in the dumpsters more than any nation on earth, more than Americans and Europeans. And we have like over 1 million refugees on the borders between Syria and Lebanon, cannot find food. They go to sleep hungry. When we took some videos and we showed you the boys and the girls barefooted in the extreme cold or wearing sometimes different shoes in each foot or sandals and torn apart. And when I entered some of the tents and I sat with them and I saw how extremely cold were some of the tents, there is no heating system. It is the fire logs. And what do they eat? Only when some people take food to them. They don't have a chance to work. Most of them are orphans and widows. Some of them spent 11 years in this unbelievable condition, in this under its extreme cold weather. Unbelievable. Wallahi, ليس رأٍ كمن سمع. No matter what I tell you, it's never like what you see. And that's why, even though I'm sick and I don't know how I can do it, but I'm doing my best, inshallah, to go back, inshallah, in Ramadan, excuse me, to distribute some more food supply and food parcels. It's amazing when you see the smile, when you draw the smile over the faces of those orphans and these children and the widows. One sister was telling me, she's looking after 4 orphans, and she says that in Syria we used to have a big farm and couple cars and a nice house. We've been living in this place for 7 years in a tent. And you know, wallahi, every time I say, I'm sorry to hear that, may Allah bless, she says, we're fine, we're very fine. There are a lot of people who have nothing. And she says, we're very fine. I feel like a little ant. I feel like I'm nothing. You know, yes, we remember some days that we haven't eaten anything since the morning, since we left from the hotel until it was almost midnight. Why? Because what food you're talking about? We're hungry. I know I was hungry. But when you see what you see, you know, your attention is diverted. So part of my sickness is what I saw, not only because the weather was cold and I changed the weather and I was under the weather, but also morally and spiritually, I'm really broken. I'm really broken to see our fellow Muslim brothers and sisters are suffering that much, and we're really doing not much. But we only count on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we put our trust in Him. And then we count on the believers who know that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةً. The believers are but brothers. And Ramadan is just around the corner. Those guys are more worthy of your zakah than anyone else.